Welcome, traveler. Tonight, we leave behind the warmth of the familiar sun. We set sail beyond the glow of Earth, past the crimson deserts of Mars, past the rings of Saturn that shimmer like cosmic glass. Beyond all that is known, beyond all that is bright, there lies the cold. A place where sunlight fades into memory, where warmth is a rumor whispered by wandering comets, where the sky is so dark it becomes a mirror for the soul. And there, drifting at the edge of everything we've ever touched, shines a distant indigo world. Neptune. Neptune, the blue sentinel, a storm-wrapped giant turning slowly beneath an ocean of clouds, and around it, a moon that moves against the flow of time itself, a moon that should not be there. Its name is Triton, captured, frozen, inverted in orbit, spiraling not with its planet, but against it. A celestial rebel caught in the embrace of a giant. It is here, among the silences and shadows of the outer system, that we will drift tonight. We will listen to Triton's frozen heart. We will wander through Neptune's winds, and we will wonder softly what secrets still stir beneath a crust of ancient ice. So close your eyes. Breathe slow. Let the sound of the stars carry you outward, beyond gravity, beyond the glow. We begin in the hush between worlds. As we journey deeper, the further we drift from the sun, the quieter the cosmos becomes. Out here near Neptune, daylight is only a pale echo. Sunlight so thin you could look toward it and never flinch. Shadows are eternal. Light is a stranger. And yet, Neptune glows. Not with fire, but with memory. A soft, spectral blue, the color of deep oceans and faraway dreams. Its storms rage at supersonic speed, yet from afar they seem calm, like marble swirls upon a painter's canvas. Neptune's winds howl at over 2,000 kilometers per hour, faster than any storm on Earth. They chase one another around the globe in a silent ballet, swirling around the great dark spot, a colossal storm larger than our entire planet. But from where we drift, far enough to see the whole planet turning slowly, it looks peaceful, almost gentle. Voyager 2 was the only visitor to pass here in 1989. Just one brief encounter. One moment in cosmic time. Its cameras blinked open and caught a world no one had seen before. A blue so deep it seemed to breathe. Clouds of methane dancing through hydrogen seas. A diamond rain, perhaps, falling into a mantle of secrets. And circling Neptune, dim and small against the vastness, a moon glimmered. A companion unlike any other. Triton. At first glance, unremarkable, a pale disk, barely visible, but when the data came back, scientists blinked in disbelief. Triton was moving, backward. Every other moon, every other world in our solar system, turns with its planet. They follow the spin, born together, shaped by the same swirl of dust and gravity. But not Triton. Triton orbits in reverse, a retrograde path, counter to Neptune's spin. It was not born here, it was taken, a captured wanderer, a drifter from the Kuiper Belt, that distant ring of icy worlds beyond Pluto. In ancient time, it strayed too close, and Neptune, with the gravity of a god, reached out and claimed it. What followed was violence beyond imagination. Tides that tore continents, friction that melted ice to oceans, orbits that decayed into spirals. And now, millennia later, it circles in silence. A prisoner of beauty. A moon bound to a giant it never knew. From Neptune's cloud tops, you would see it rise backward, the sky turning one way, the moon another, a reminder that not all things follow the flow. Some are captured, some resist, some become legend. Drifting closer, we uncover the story of this captured wanderer. Imagine it, a world adrift in the dark. Once, long ago, Triton roamed free, a Kuiper Belt object, an icy relic from the dawn of time. It drifted between frozen planetoids and slow-turning comets, bathed in faint starlight. For billions of years it wandered, nameless, untouched, a ghost of the early solar system, carrying whispers of creation within its ice. Then, fate intervened. Neptune appeared, rising like a leviathan from the void. Its gravity, immense, patient, inevitable, reached across the darkness. Triton's path bent, its freedom faltered, and in one silent instant, the wanderer was caught, captured. But capture is never gentle. As Neptune's pull tightened, Triton spiraled inward. Friction and tides stirred its interior. The ice cracked. Oceans sloshed beneath its crust. The world trembled with tidal heat, reshaping itself from within. For millions of years, it burned cold, a paradox, a frozen flame. Until finally, it settled, locked in orbit, tilted and reversed, a captured soul circling its captor. This capture left scars. Its orbit is steep, inclined, unlike any of Neptune's native moons. Its rotation is retrograde, forever turning against the flow. And perhaps, beneath its frozen shell, something remembers. Because even now, Triton is alive in ways few icy worlds are. Its surface is young, smooth, ridged, and marked by geysers that reach into the thin air. It is not dead. It breathes. Every few hours, faint plumes of nitrogen ice rise from the ground, vaporizing under sunlight, leaving dark streaks across a pinkish plain. The world is whispering. But what is it saying? Scientists believe these geysers come from cryovolcanism, cold volcanoes driven not by fire, but by warmth hidden beneath. Perhaps a layer of liquid, an ocean sealed below. Perhaps ancient heat from radioactive decay. Perhaps tides, still flexing Triton's bones, even now. If so, then somewhere below, in the darkness, there may be warmth. And where there is warmth, there may be life. As we descend upon its icy plains, Triton reveals signs of movement beneath the stillness. Picture a desert of frost, a land where mountains are made of water ice, harder than stone, where the air is so thin, a feather would fall like a rock. This is Triton's face, pale, silent, alien. Its sunlight is weak, 1,000 times dimmer than ours. And yet, in that faint glow, something stirs. When Voyager 2 passed overhead, its cameras captured a miracle. Dark streaks across the surface, hundreds of kilometers long. They weren't impact scars. They weren't shadows. They were plumes, geysers, bursting from beneath the ice. Nitrogen gas, heated by sunlight filtering through a translucent crust, built pressure in underground chambers. When the tension broke, a fountain of ice and vapor shot upward, rising 8 kilometers high. Imagine standing there, if one could stand at all. Beneath your boots, the ground hums with quiet power. A fissure trembles, glows faintly, and suddenly the world exhales, a slow, sighing breath of ancient air. Particles drift upward, then fall, painting the plains with charcoal lines. This is how Triton speaks, not with sound, but with breath. Each geyser is a word, each plume a story, each streak a memory written upon frozen stone. Scientists still wonder how a world so cold can still move, still sigh, still shift. Perhaps tidal forces between Neptune and Triton knead the moon like clay, generating frictional warmth. Perhaps radioactive elements buried deep within still smolder, long after formation. Or perhaps it is something else, something ancient, something remnant of a time before capture. A hidden ocean sealed in darkness, still alive, still dreaming. If such an ocean exists, it lies beneath tens of kilometers of ice, black, silent, but not empty. On Earth, life thrives in the strangest places, deep beneath glaciers, near volcanic vents, in seas of perpetual night. If life could adapt there, could it not adapt here? Could Triton, forgotten moon, captive wanderer, carry the spark of something utterly alien? We may never know. Not yet. For no probe has returned. No new visitor has come. Since 1989, it has waited. Unseen, unheard. A whisper in the void. Further into the silence, we begin to wonder what stirs beneath that frozen shell. Imagine peeling back the crust of ice, layer upon layer of frozen nitrogen, methane, and water. Beneath it, perhaps, lies a sea, dark as ink, heavy as glass, ancient as creation. A sea warmed by the rhythmic tug of Neptune's gravity. A pulse, a tide, a heartbeat. This is the paradox of Triton, a world colder than dry ice yet warm within. Much like Europa, much like Enceladus, Triton may harbor an ocean under its surface, a subsurface ocean of water, ammonia, or other antifreeze compounds. Its density, magnetic readings, and resurfaced terrain all whisper the same story. Something moves below. Something flows. In that secret ocean, pressure would be immense. Darkness complete. But warmth. Enough. Enough to keep water liquid. Enough to stir chemistry. Enough to cradle possibility. What would such life look like? Would it breathe methane, not oxygen? Would it feed on chemical reactions, not sunlight? Would it drift in the dark, luminous and slow, like spirits swimming through liquid shadow? Or would it be simpler still? Microbes, asleep in eternal night, waiting for warmth to return. On Earth, in the deepest trenches, we've seen life thrive without sunlight. In Iceland's frozen seas, bacteria awaken after centuries of stillness. Even in the Antarctic ice, single cells endure the cold, patient as time. If life can bloom in Earth's hidden corners, why not in Triton's? And if Triton was once free, a Kuiper Belt world. Perhaps it brought life with it. An exile carrying seeds of existence across the void. What if the ocean beneath Triton's crust is not merely water, but memory? A library of early life, preserved in a frozen vault. If we ever reach it, we might peer into the past. We might see what life looked like before Earth ever drew breath. In the darkness beneath the crust, time may move differently. Every ripple, every faint vibration, every whisper of heat becomes a heartbeat for a hidden ocean. A rhythm older than our world, echoing through frozen stone. If such waters still stir, they do so unseen. Yet even in stillness, there is life. And in Triton's silence, we sense it. A promise waiting in the cold. Since Voyager 2 sailed away, no eyes have gazed upon these frozen plains. No signal has brushed these peaks of ice. 36 years of solitude. 36 years of stillness. And yet, the orbit continues. Neptune turns slowly, cloaked in storms. Triton circles backward, again and again, against the current of its giant spin. Each orbit draws it closer, a silent spiral inward. One distant day, perhaps billions of years hence, it will cross a line it cannot retreat from, a threshold of gravity where Neptune's pull will tear it apart. When that day comes, the moon will shatter. Its fragments will spread across the sky, forming rings, thin, bright, ephemeral. A crown of ice around the blue giant. But for now, Triton endures. Whole, patient, dreaming. Imagine standing upon its surface, gazing upward. The sky is black, vast, eternal. Neptune looms above, enormous, majestic, painting half the heavens in hues of sapphire and indigo. The stars are distant pinpricks, dimmed by the cold. The sun, so far away, is no brighter than a single gleam in a field of night. Each sunrise here is a twilight. Each day a whisper between two long shadows. Yet within this darkness lies peace. Triton does not rage. It remembers. It circles faithfully, endlessly. The cosmos beyond hums with power. Pulsars throb, quasars blaze, comets murmur as they arc toward distant suns. But here, at Neptune's edge, is stillness. Not emptiness, but presence. A kind of listening. A waiting. A reminder that not all mysteries reveal themselves in light. Some are written in silence. Some speak only to those who linger long enough to hear. Perhaps that is Triton's greatest secret, a language of stillness. Far from the chatter of nearer worlds, it keeps its own counsel, slow, steady, and certain. And perhaps, in that silence, it tells a truth older than our own. We are drawn, always, to what is quiet, to what lies beyond the noise of life. And out here, where sound cannot travel, the mind learns to listen to something deeper. The pulse of the cosmos, the murmur of time, the sigh of ice upon stone. In that stillness, we glimpse ourselves, small, curious, persistent. Like Triton, caught in a dance larger than we can comprehend, yet moving still. Our instruments sleep, but our curiosity does not. And though the decades stretch long, the silence is ending. For whispers from Earth grow stronger. Plans, proposals, dreams of return. After so many years, we are ready to look again. The idea is called Triton, a spacecraft, small and steadfast, built to sail into the outer dark, to follow Voyager's path and glimpse the blue world once more. Its name, fittingly, honors Neptune's weapon, the three-pronged spear of the sea god. And like its namesake, it is meant to pierce the unknown. Triton's mission is simple, yet profound: to fly past Neptune, to photograph Triton anew, to measure its air, its magnetism, its light, to watch for geysers rising once again, to confirm what we have only guessed, that beneath its crust, a secret ocean moves. The journey will be long, 12 years through the black, each kilometer stretching across silence. But distance has never stopped our kind. We have always reached beyond our grasp, always listened for echoes, always sought the edges of what can be known. And so, Triton waits, a concept on paper, a spark in the minds of those who still dream of Neptune's blue glow. If it launches, it will carry more than machines. It will carry memory of Voyager, of wonder, of all who look up and feel the pull of stars. Picture it, a vessel gliding through shadow, sunlight faint as starlight glinting on its hull. As it nears Neptune, the planet swells before it, vast, mysterious, calm. And there, rising over the horizon, Triton emerges, pale, backward turning, silent. The cameras open, the sensors awaken, and once again, after generations of waiting, we see. We see the dark streaks across its plains, the smooth stretches of ice, the ridges that twist like frozen waves. Perhaps a faint plume, drifting upward, defiant. A sign that beneath the silence, something moves. Something breathes. The encounter will be brief, a heartbeat in cosmic time. But even a moment can rewrite our understanding. Just as Voyager's passing glance reshaped our maps, Triton's gaze could awaken a new era of exploration. And perhaps, someday after, we'll send more. A probe to orbit, a lander to settle upon the ice, a cryobot to melt through the frozen crust, a swimmer to taste the ancient sea, to finally answer the question whispered through the cold. Are we alone, even here? Until then, Triton waits, its frozen plains reflecting the faint light of a distant sun. It turns against the current, a reminder that even those who move differently can belong. Its orbit is a paradox, a path of captivity, yet also of freedom. Once seized by gravity, torn from its wandering, Triton became part of something larger, bound yet beautiful, captured yet complete. Perhaps there is a lesson there, one the cosmos teaches gently, in cycles and spirals. We too are bound to our planet, to our time, to our orbits of routine and memory. Yet within those paths, we find meaning. Within those boundaries, we discover purpose. Triton moves against the spin of its giant, but it remains in harmony with the whole. It does not rebel, it simply dances to a different rhythm. And so can we. In Triton's silence, there is defiance, but also grace. In its solitude, there is wisdom, but also peace. The moon does not shout to be seen. It glows softly, content to whisper its truths to the dark. And though it circles a giant, though it moves in shadows, it endures, unique, unwavering, unforgotten. Not a prisoner, but a poet in orbit. A wanderer who found home in the unlikeliest of skies. As we drift onward, leaving Neptune's realm behind, the light grows stronger. The sun, once a spark, begins to bloom again. The shadows thin. The cold softens. And behind us, far away now, Triton continues, circling, sighing, dreaming. The blue giant fades into the distance, its storms now only memory. The moon becomes a pearl, then a speck, then nothing. Yet in our minds, it lingers, still turning, still glowing, still whispering through the dark. We carry its silence with us, a reminder that wonder endures even at the edge of everything. For every mystery, every unanswered question, every secret hidden in shadow is not a void, but an invitation. And so we return to our own world, warmer, brighter, busier, yet somehow changed. For now we know that even in the coldest places, warmth may stir. Even in darkness, light may move unseen. And even in silence, life may whisper softly to itself. The stars above shimmer like ancient eyes. The planets spin, slow and patient. The universe hums in keys too deep for ears to hear. And in that music, we find our place. So rest now, traveler. Let the stillness of Triton settle around your thoughts. Let Neptune's blue calm flow through your dreams. Let the quiet cradle you, like gravity holding you close. For even at the farthest edge, there is beauty. And even in the deepest silence, there is song. Good night, traveler. May your dreams be vast as the stars.